Okay, so here's a weird thing that happened to me. I moved out, got my own apartment, independence, freedom, no more rules. I was like, finally, I can do whatever I want. No more family drama, no more annoying siblings, just me, vibing, living my best life. And it was amazing for like 2 weeks. Then I got sick. And who did I call? My mom had a crisis. Who did I need? My family had a success. Who did I want to tell first? My family had a failure. Who could I be completely honest with about it? My family. And I realized we spend our entire teenage years trying to escape our family, complaining about them, saying we can't wait to leave. Then the moment we leave, we realize we actually need them. So today, we're talking about the weird science of why family matters, even though they're annoying, especially because they're annoying. Okay, so here's what's wild about family. They're the only relationship you don't choose. Your friends, you chose them. You can leave whenever you want. Your romantic partner, you chose them. You can break up. Your coworkers, you're stuck with them but only during work hours. But your family, they're your default relationship. You didn't apply, you didn't interview, you just got assigned to them. And that's actually weird when you think about it. Your parents literally just made you, without your permission, without asking if you wanted to exist, without even consulting you on your personality preferences. But here's the thing, because you didn't choose them, they're the only people who are obligated to love you regardless. Your friends can drop you. Happens all the time. Your partner can leave you. 50% do. But your family, they're stuck with you. Through thick and thin. Through your worst decisions. Through your weird phases. Your mom will love you even if you're a complete failure. Your siblings will roast you for it, but they'll still be there. That's actually kind of beautiful, right? We complain about being assigned to our families. But that assignment is what makes them reliable. They can't just dip when things get hard. They're contractually obligated to show up. And even though you didn't sign the contract, you benefit from it. Okay, let's talk about siblings. Because siblings are weird. They're the people you grew up with, fought constantly with, learned social skills from, also tried to destroy. It's like a condensed version of all human relationships, just with someone who literally shares your DNA. The weird psychology, your sibling teaches you how to negotiate, compromise, compete, cooperate, empathize, forgive. You learned conflict resolution from your sibling before you even knew what that was. All your social skills? Sibling tested. And then when you get to the real world, you're like, why am I actually decent at dealing with people? Because your sibling prepared you, accidentally, while also making you want to punch them. The weird part is, as adults, your sibling relationship is the longest relationship you'll probably have. You'll know your siblings longer than you'll know your spouse, longer than your best friends, longer than probably anyone, so your sibling is basically your oldest friend, even if you don't want them to be. Okay, so here's what nobody tells you. Your parents have no idea what they're doing, like, genuinely. They're just adults. They're not special. They don't have a manual. They're just trying. Think about it. You're 16 thinking, my parents are so lame, they don't understand anything. Then you're 25 and you realize, your parents were 25 once too. They had no idea what they were doing. Your mom was just a confused 28-year-old trying to figure out how to keep a tiny human alive. Your dad was just a scared 30-year-old wondering if he could provide for a family. And they're like, let's hope we don't permanently damage this kid. And somehow, they kept you alive, fed you, clothed you. That's actually impressive. The realization. The worst part about becoming an adult is realizing your parents were winging it the whole time. You thought they had answers. They were making it up. You thought they were confident. They were terrified. You thought they knew what they were doing. They didn't. And now that you're an adult, you realize parenting is just doing your best and hoping your kid doesn't end up in jail, which means your parents probably did better than you think. Sure, they made mistakes. Sure, they were weird sometimes. Sure, they didn't understand you. But they tried. They showed up. They fed you even when they didn't have much. They cared. The weird thing about time, when you're a kid, your parents seem old and out of touch. Then you become an adult and you realize they weren't that old. They were just young and scared. Now your parents are actually old, and suddenly you understand them better. You're like, oh, that's why they were so stressed all the time, and you become the parent in the relationship. You're comforting them now. Time is weird. Okay, so why does family actually matter? There's actual science here. Attachment and security. Your family is your first attachment. The people you learn to trust from. If your family was secure and stable, you develop secure attachment. You're comfortable relying on people. If your family was chaotic, you develop anxious or avoidant attachment. You struggle to rely on people. So your entire ability to trust other humans? Learned from family. Your family is your template for all future relationships. Sense of belonging. Humans are hardwired to need to belong, to be part of a group, to matter to someone. Your family is the most automatic group you belong to. You can lose friends, you can lose partners, you can lose coworkers, but you can't really lose family. They're your permanent in-group. Psychologically, knowing you belong somewhere matters a lot. It affects your mental health, your confidence, your ability to take risks. Mirror and reflection. Your family mirrors you back to yourself. Your sibling shows you who you could be, or who you don't want to be. Your parents show you where you came from and who you might become. You learn who you are partly through how your family sees you. This is why estrangement from family is so painful. It's like losing your mirror. Support system. When things get bad, family is usually your default support. No money? Family helps. Sick? Family helps. Heartbroken? Family helps, even with bad advice. Crisis? Family shows up. Friends drift. Partners leave. But family is your safety net. And knowing you have a safety net actually makes you braver. You take more risks because you know someone's got your back. Unconditional love. Your family is the closest thing to unconditional love you'll probably get. They don't love you because you're productive or attractive or successful. They love you because you're family. That's actually profound. Most love is conditional, but family love is usually the exception. Knowing someone loves you just because you exist, that matters a lot. Okay, so parents are annoying, siblings are annoying, family in general is annoying, but here's the weird truth. They annoy you because they matter. If your parents didn't matter, their opinions wouldn't bother you. If your sibling didn't matter, their judgment wouldn't hurt. If your family didn't matter, you wouldn't be so defensive about your choices to them. The fact that they annoy you, that's actually proof that they matter. Why family is so annoying. They know you too well. They remember embarrassing things. They see through your BS. They know exactly what to say to piss you off, because they've known you your whole life. They have opinions about your life, your choices, your partner, your career, your entire existence, and they'll tell you whether you ask or not. They're familiar enough to criticize. Friends won't tell you you're being stupid, but your sibling will, because there's no filter, because you're family. They push your buttons, because they installed those buttons. They literally raised you. They know what makes you tick, and sometimes they push just to see the reaction. But here's the thing. That annoying sibling who won't leave you alone? When you're struggling, they're the one who checks in. When you're scared, they're the one who shows up. When nobody else gets it, they get it. Because they know you, that annoying parent who won't stop giving advice. They're doing it because they care. Usually, they've seen more life than you. They're trying to help you not make their mistakes. Yeah, it's annoying, but it comes from love. Family annoys you because they love you. And you love them. That annoyingness is kind of beautiful when you think about it. Okay, this one's harder to talk about, but there are people who don't have family, or who lost their family, or who chose to leave their family. And I want to acknowledge that not everyone has a healthy family. Some families are toxic, some families hurt you, some families are abusive, and sometimes leaving your family is the healthy choice. But here's what that reveals. Even when family is terrible, humans are still hardwired to need that connection. People without family don't stop needing attachment. They just have to find it elsewhere. They build chosen families with friends. They create the security they didn't get from blood family. And it's possible. You can absolutely have a fulfilled life with chosen family, but it's usually harder, because you have to intentionally build what most people get by default. The loss thing. When you lose a family member, death, estrangement, whatever, there's a specific kind of pain. Because family relationships are different. They're permanent. They're supposed to be forever. And when they're not, it's a particular kind of grief. Most of us don't appreciate our family until we don't have them anymore. Until your parent dies and you realize you never asked them all the questions. Until your sibling moves away and you realize how much you actually liked them. Until you have your own family and you understand how much your parents gave up. The reminder, if you have family who you can talk to, reach out. Not because I'm trying to be sappy, but because you don't know how long you have them. They probably want to hear from you. Time doesn't stand still. These relationships matter more than you think. Call your mom. Apologize to your sibling. Tell your parent you appreciate them. Not because they're perfect, but because they're your people. And that matters. Here's what I've realized. Family is your first love, your first team, your first people. And that shapes everything. People with secure family attachments are more confident, more trusting, more able to love others. Why? Because someone loved them first, without conditions, just because they existed. That's a superpower. You can't buy that. You can't create that with strangers. Your family is your foundation. Everything else builds on that. The weird gift, the annoying sibling who drove you crazy, they're your longest friendship. The parent who was always in your business, they're the one who'll have your back forever. The family dinners you thought were lame, those are the memories you'll cherish. The family drama, that's the stuff that proves you're real to each other. Your family isn't perfect. They're people. Confused, trying, flawed people. But they're your people. And that's actually pretty special. So there you have it. If this made you want to appreciate your family more, smash that like button. If your family is watching this with you, tell them you love them. They'll probably think you're weird, but they'll appreciate it. Thanks for watching. And remember, your family isn't perfect, but they're yours. And that's what matters.